Mr. Chairman, Mr. Martin O'Malley, I want to wish you luck in your campaign to be chair of the Democrat National Committee. And let me just say, I think you are the perfect candidate to chair the Democrat Party. Your liberal record is truly astonishing.
Thank you.
At an event in 2005, you compared a federal budget request which cut spending to the terrorist attacks of 9/11. You raised taxes, tolls, and fees on your constituents 83 times as governor of Maryland, including increasing sales taxes, income taxes, the gas tax. You also created an array of new taxes on services for your constituents.
And the number one public
I'm talking,
schools in
I'm going to
America.
reclaim my time. I'm talking right now. I've not asked you a question yet, have I? No, I have not.
No, you haven't.
For your constituents, making your constituents, the people you served in Maryland, pay more.
Hey, Patriots. Welcome back to the channel, where we stand for freedom, common sense, and the values that made America great. Today, I'm reacting to a clip that's going viral. Congresswoman Nancy Mace grilling Martin O'Malley, former Maryland governor and, apparently, wannabe chair for the Democratic National Committee. Let me just say, Nancy Mace absolutely brought the heat. She said what millions of Americans are thinking, but never get to hear in the halls of Congress. So let's break this down, and I'll give you my honest, patriotic take.
You love some law-breaking illegal aliens as well. You've advocated for mass amnesty for illegal aliens. My favorite part of your love for criminals in this country is you don't refer to them as illegal aliens, but instead you refer to them as new Americans. You must really hate American citizens. You must really hate our country. In 2011, you signed a bill into law to allow illegal aliens to qualify for in-state tuition at public universities in Maryland. And the hits are going to keep on coming. In 2014, you signed a bill into law to allow illegal aliens to get Maryland driver's license. In 2014, you signed a bill into law to allow gender-confused, sexually perverted men to use women's restrooms and locker rooms. In other words, you forced women and underage girls to undress in front of men. I could go on. Suffice to say, you're perfectly in line with the Democrat Party today, and emblematic of why Democrats just can't stop losing elections. You are emblematic of why the Democrat Party has no dignity and no respect for women. You are emblematic of why Democrats don't put Americans first. Mr. O'Malley, my first question this morning, can you, a candidate to be chair of the Democrat Party, define what a woman is for me today?
Madam, or
Can you
Congresswoman-
define what a woman is?
Oh, yes.
What is a woman?
You're going to ask me to define what a woman
Yes,
is?
I am right now.
Well, I'm
You
talking,
just said you could.
yes,
Explain it to me.
I'm talking to a woman right now, distinguished woman.
What is a
elected
woman?
Representative.
What is a woman?
I think you're kind of denigrating the purpose of this.
What is
hearing.
it? You can't define what a woman is. All right. In an
I'm
effort to
married
be fair,
to a woman.
in an
I
effort
have
to be
two
fair and
daughters who are
unbiased,
women.
in an effort to be fair and unbiased, can you define what a man is for me?
I have 2 sons
Okay.
that are men. Yes,
I have a
can.
series of yes or no questions. So the potentially future chair of the Democrat Party cannot define, let's for the record, Mr. Chairman, he cannot define what a woman is, and he cannot define what a man is.
This is
And you expect people in this country to follow your lead? I'm a woman who has broken so many glass ceilings in my life. The first Republican woman elected to Congress from South Carolina, the first woman to ever graduate from the Citadel of the Military College of South Carolina. I know what a woman is, and I'm going to protect every one of them. So I have a series of yes or no questions for you. Today, one of my Democrat colleagues yesterday stated a rape victim's fear of rape was just, quote, fantasy. Do you agree with this statement? Is a woman's fear of rape, being raped, a fantasy? Yes or no?
No, it's not a fact.
Okay, one of my Democrat colleagues yesterday stated a rape victim's fear of rape is being, quote, dramatic. Do you agree with that statement? Fear of rape being dramatic? Yes or no?
Well, what could be.
Okay, you can't answer the question. My next question, you've spoken of Democrats needing to restore credibility and learn from your failings, and to quote from you recently, learn from your very bad loss. Is this in reference to Democrats raising taxes on the middle class? Yes or no?
No.
Is this in reference to Maryland not requiring an ID to vote in their elections?
No.
Is this in reference to coddling criminal illegal aliens?
No, I've never.
Is this in reference to starting a war on real biological women?
No.
Is this in reference to allowing men in women's bathrooms?
No.
Is this in reference to forcing women and girls to undress in front of men in the locker room?
Oh, come on.
Yes or no?
Congresswoman.
This is your party's platform. You
Yes.
understand what I'm laying out for you. Do you understand
I
English?
understand what you're trying to lay out, but
No,
our
this
party's
is-
platform is the economic security
No,
and the
I'm gonna reclaim
well-being
my time,
of every
Mr.
man,
Chairman. Mr.
woman,
Chairman, I'm
and
gonna reclaim my
child
time.
in the United States of
I'm gonna
America.
reclaim my
That's
time.
our party's platform.
I'm going to reclaim my
Ms.
time.
Mace's
Mr. Chairman.
time.
Mr. Chairman, the witness should not be badgered.
Mr. Chairman,
Chair
I would like to
recognizes Ms.
reclaim my
Mace.
time.
Ms. Mace.
Just yesterday, only 2 Democrats voted with us to protect women in sports. This is your platform. You want boys and men women to be able to watch women undress in a locker room. So is your big loss in reference to taking away women's achievements in sports?
I believe.
Yes or no?
No, I
Is
don't.
your loss in reference to allowing men to take away women's scholarships? Yes or no?
Mr. Chairman, the gentlelady's time has expired.
He took my time, Mr. Chairman.
She had about 15 seconds that rolled around, so you got one time for one last question, Ms. Mace.
Think hard.
She asked the question.
You have learned nothing from your own failings when you tried to run for president as a far-left progressive alternative to Hillary Clinton and dropped out after getting 0.5% at the Iowa caucus. So good luck with that, Mr. DNC Chairman. I yield
Thank
back.
you. I appreciate.
First off, Nancy Mace starts by sarcastically wishing O'Malley good luck in his campaign to head the DNC. Because let's face it, his record is a disaster. She lays it out. As governor, O'Malley raised taxes 83 times. That's not a slip of the tongue. That's not a mistake. That's a pattern. Sales tax, income tax, gas tax. If you could tax it, he did. And who paid the price? Ordinary, hardworking Americans. Families trying to fill up their tank to get to work. Small businesses trying to keep the lights on. Seniors on fixed incomes. That's what Democrats do. They punish work and reward dependency. And then, as if that wasn't enough, O'Malley created a bunch of new taxes on services. Want to get your hair cut? Taxed. Want to get your house cleaned? Taxed. This is what you get under Democrat rule. Government greed, not government service. Next, Mace calls him out on his radical immigration policies. This is where the left completely loses touch with reality and with the American people. O'Malley signed bills to give illegal aliens. Yeah, I said it, illegal driver's licenses and in-state tuition. In other words, if you break America's laws, Democrats will reward you. If you're an American citizen, you're forced to pay more and get less. And did you catch how Mace called out his language? O'Malley doesn't call them illegal aliens. He calls them new Americans. Give me a break. That's the kind of Orwellian newspeak that makes my skin crawl. Words matter. If you can't even say illegal alien, how can you be trusted to enforce the law? Here's the part that really fired me up. Nancy Mace asks O'Malley, point blank, can you define what a woman is? And what does he do? He dodges. He squirms. He tries to change the subject. He literally cannot or will not answer the most basic question any adult should be able to answer. Let me be absolutely clear. If you can't define what a woman is, you have no business making laws that affect real women and girls in this country. Period. End of story. And then Mace drives the point home with real-life consequences. O'Malley signed laws allowing men, biological men, to use women's restrooms and locker rooms. That's not progressive. That's insanity. That's putting our wives, our daughters, and our sisters at risk because the Democrat Party is obsessed with radical gender ideology. Look, I don't care what adults do in their private lives. But when you start forcing women and girls to undress in front of biological men, you've crossed a line. Women fought for their spaces and their rights, and now the left wants to erase them in the name of inclusion. It's madness, and it has to stop. Mace then runs through a series of yes or no questions. She asks about raising taxes on the middle class, about voter ID, about coddling criminals, about allowing men in women's sports and bathrooms. Every time, O'Malley dodges. He won't answer. Why? Because if he told the truth, the American people would be horrified. Let me ask you, folks, why are Democrats so afraid of giving a straight answer? Is it because their policies are indefensible? Is it because they know they're on the wrong side of common sense and basic American values? I think you know the answer. And then, the most disgusting part. Mace brings up how one of her Democrat colleagues said a rape victim's fear of rape is just fantasy or dramatic. O'Malley can't even bring himself to strongly reject that. That's the modern Democrat Party, folks. They're so busy virtue signaling for their far-left base, they can't even stand up for victims of violent crime. O'Malley tries to claim the Democrat platform is economic security for women and children. I have to laugh at that. I'm sorry, but under Democrat policies, working Americans are poorer, less safe, and less free. It's not economic security when you tax Americans into the dirt, open the borders, and destroy the distinction between men and women. That's not security. That's chaos. And Nancy Mace, God bless her, makes the point loud and clear. She's a woman who smashed glass ceilings. The first Republican woman from South Carolina in Congress. The first woman to ever graduate the Citadel. She knows what a woman is, and she's not afraid to fight for real women's rights. This is why Democrats keep losing elections. They're out of touch with reality, out of touch with working Americans, and out of touch with basic decency. They don't respect women. They don't respect the law. They put their radical agenda ahead of the American people every single time. Martin O'Malley got less than 1% in the Iowa caucuses when he ran for president. That says it all. Americans are waking up, and we are done with this nonsense. So to Nancy Mace, keep fighting the good fight. And to all the patriots out there, stand strong. Speak the truth. Support leaders who put America first, who know the difference between right and wrong, and who aren't afraid to call out the left's insanity. If you agree with me, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Let's keep the pressure on and keep America great. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.